Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Mademoiselle Lina, and you can find me online at www.conjureknits.com. Today, we are here to do the Pisces TarotScope for August 2021, and we're going to be using the Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud. Before we get started, I would like to say thank you for viewing my video, and if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and click on the little bell so that you'll receive notifications of when I go live or upload new videos. I do try to stay pretty busy here on my channel. I do all 12 zodiac signs for the monthly tarot scopes. On Sundays, we have Conjure Crew with myself, Mambo Tanya, and the Black Bonnet Witch. On Mondays, I upload the weekly forecast. Every day, I do a card of the day reveal. On Wednesdays, we have the virtual book club. We are currently reading the Sword of Truth series by Terry Goodkind. It has been so much fun following Richard and Kaylin on their adventures, so you are definitely going to want to join us for that. I also pop on from time to time and do free readings, so make sure you get my notifications by clicking that little bell. All right, I feel that I have rambled on long enough. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Card number 1. What is the challenge for this month? And we have Mickle a Muckle. Mickle a Muckle, aka a mixed blessing, is a great of good family. As you have doubtless heard, Griggs are merry, so merry that they have become proverbial for it. They want you to be merry too, with a childlike open heart. Mickle informs us, little things come in good packages. He is a little thing, and therefore is good and well packaged in his skin. This is fairy logic, and I'm not responsible for it. Mickle can be foolish, silly, playful, and absurd. He is fond of goofing off and considers play to be an art form and himself a fine artist. He understands renewing the spirit and recreating the body and emotions. He knows that all of us have a child within who needs to play and be cherished. He also knows we need to make mistakes so we can learn from them, which is how he got the title of a mixed blessing. When we stop pretending to be adults for a moment, stop trying to live up to some impossible and probably boring standard, we can regain the clear, direct vision of a child. We can, like Mickle, see things as they really are, and we can focus on the present moment, which is our only place of power. Here and now is where we can do things, change things, and enjoy real things instead of mere ideas and dreams. Mickle reminds us that the past is past, gone forever, the future is just a dream, and now is the only time we have, moment by moment. Mickle is a great adventurer, an explorer of life. He leads us to hidden, surprising, magical places if we let him. Lighten up. What is needed here is the benefit of a childlike, trusting heart and childlike wisdom, seeing directly into the true nature of things. Don't complicate matters. What you see is what you get. Don't look for hidden and subtle meanings and motivations because they are not there in this case. Go to the heart of the matter, the simple core hidden behind complexities. Don't be so caught up in thinking about the future that you can't see what is happening now. Welcome adventure into your life. Try something you've never done before. And take some time to play with Mickle before you turn into a grumpy glumph or a worn-out werg. Card number 2. What positive energies can I embrace this month? And we have Tobera of the Waters. For a moment, close your eyes and just let yourself feel the cool, sparkling fairy waters flowing through your fingers. Imagine drinking this sparkling coolness from your own cupped hands, and imagine the water flowing down your throat. You may even be able to feel that magical, energy-filled coolness flow right through you to your toes. Ah! Feel better. Throughout the world, there are healing wells, both for general health and specific ailments. In modern times, many of their fairy qualities have been diluted, even though Tobera and her healing helpers do all that they can to keep them clear and potent. Fairy waters reflect the emotional state of the human people around them, so the fairy waters that come through to our world have lessened in purity and power in places where people are living especially stressful, civilized lives. There are profound connections with drinking water, tears, wells of forgiveness, water as the fluid of transforming nutrients in the body, the connecting flow. I could flow on, but I'll stop. However, the many healing fairies who help Tobera do the best they can under the circumstances to purify the waters, and they try to maintain their own merry spirits to give added power to the waters. We can help the fairies by creating more merriment in the lives of others and in our own lives. In addition to the healing wells, there are wells and springs that bestow wisdom or skill upon the drinker, like the famous Hippocrene fountain on Mount Helicon, which bestows poetic inspiration. I suspect it of being a fairy fountain because of the way it works. If you have one drink, you gain a certain level of poetic ability, another draft brings you more, and the third brings you to the full flower of poetry. The reason the world is not overrun with magnificent poets is because, first, it is very difficult to find the spring, and second, the water packs such a wallop that most people stagger off after a single drink or two. And you only get one chance at the spring. There are also fountains of youth, like the one on Dun Eye, the highest hill on Iona, a magical isle on the west coast of Scotland. Water is mutable, changeable, fluid, and Tobera speaks to us of a particular kind of change of emotions, and possibly a change in health. We have important choices to make about how we meet those changes, and where we let them take us, toward the calm, flowing purity of the fairy waters or the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it. Tobera reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it, wisely or unwisely, determines our future. The things we need in life remain constant, no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures in our life may be. We need nurturing and love, and it is ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us if we ask them to. Card number 3. What negative energies do I need to negotiate this month? And we have Spirit Dancer. The Spirit Dancer understands both sides of self-expression. In the first stage, we get our inner vision, feelings, and creative impulse out into the world through our art, whatever that is. Then our expressions are reflected back to us from the mirror of other people's perceptions, and we discover what our art awakens in them. First, and most important for many of us, we learn, grow, and lead more satisfying lives if we have ways of expressing our inner world. Such expressions can be a way of helping ourselves better understand our feelings and experiences. Or they can be a way of getting pain out where we can look at it and let it begin to heal. Creative expression is a method of exploring our own truth, bringing it into light so we can see it more clearly, and maintaining sanity. The key words here are explore, experiment, and express. Second, creative expression is a way of sharing and letting others see more of our true selves. It is a way that we can reach out from this illusion of separation and reaffirm our essential connections with one another. When we share a dance, a painting, or a poem with others, we do so with the hope that they will see something of what we have put into it, and that their experience will echo ours in some way. But if we have done well, we will be able to add something to their experience. At the same time, we understand that their slant on things is a bit different, and that what they reflect back to us by their response will perhaps contain something we haven't seen about our own experience, a new insight, a different view, an expansion of our picture of reality. So this side of creative expression, the sharing part, enriches us in a different way than the actual creation. I have never written a poem or sculpted something without the experience changing me, and then changing me again when I shared it with others. This is something I've heard many others say, including many who do not consider themselves real artists or real writers. Spirit Dancer encourages us to take creative action from our place of personal power, the inner core of true feelings and understanding within us. She wants us to clarify our vision, find the creative potential that lies hidden in paradox, confusion, and chaos, and turn these into a free-flowing, finely balanced, evolving order. She wants to aid us in making our best fantasies real. She also is very enthusiastic about helping us to learn to dance well with the fairies, if we don't already know how. And if we do know how, she would still be delighted to dance with us just for the fun of it. Step out boldly. Now is the time to focus and really concentrate on a project or process, especially one involving the creative arts. Spontaneity balanced by self-discipline will help us achieve our goals. Strive for elegance and simplicity. This is a time to bring out and share qualities that we have nurtured in private. Card number 4. What do I need to make time for this month? And we have She of the Cruach. This is the great goddess, the many-named mother of all, and all goddesses are attributes or aspects of her. Her cup, the Cruach, overflows with bounty for all. She is the yin energy of the universe, nurturing, compassionate, and wise. She gives form and brings into manifestation the will and life force of he of the fiery sword. His is the intention, the action, and hers is the manifest reality. In a sense, she is the Cruach holding all the worlds within her being. You may see the Cruach as a great bowl, like a scrying tool for seeing past, present, or future potential, but filled with energy instead of water. Within it one may see a tower with a moon above it, a farmhouse, and many other bits and pieces of our world. If you drop something in the water, these things would scatter out to become reality, archetypes manifesting everywhere. She is the woman who dreams, and her dreams are the worlds and all that is in them. Looking at this card, what you may see here is the energy of being held lovingly in the palm of the hand of the great goddess, followed by a relaxed sigh and release. She of the Cruach is the holder of all of our sorrows and all of our joys. Her Cruach, the miraculous chalice, is the womb of birth and the cauldron of rebirth, the chalice of healing, the container holding the germinating seed. She is the body, the soul shrine that holds the spirit and keeps it from being lost or dissipated in a formless fog. She is pattern and form in the abstract and in the specific. Within her we take form, grow, achieve fulfillment, and let go of that form to move on to the next phase of our being. All of the universe, each individual particle, every being, is cherished by her. She of the Cruach may indicate a form of pregnancy, a necessary time of nurturing and development. We need to be open to her overflowing grace. She may also indicate a need to allow her nurturing grace to flow through us to others in the form of unconditional love and giving and spiritual healing. She tells us of the need for unconditional receiving, of making the best of what we are offered. She also reminds us that unbounded love and grace is ours, just waiting to be accepted. The presence of this card in a reading radiates comfort and nurturing to the cards around it. Card number 5. What opportunity should I seize this month? And we have Luminous Doom. Self-pity is the first step on the slippery, seductive slide toward self-destruction. It may seem odd to have such a seemingly lightweight challenger as Luminous Doom right next to the Soul Shrinker, but they are the closest of cousins. The Soul Shrinker observes the way we curse others. Through energy and attitude, Luminous Doom observes the way we curse ourselves. In a way, though, the part of ourselves that he witnesses is worse than what the Soul Shrinker sees. When we curse others through sending the energy of malice and ill will toward them, they may reject our sendings. However, when we curse ourselves through self-pity and self-destructive attitudes, there is little, if any, resistance, and the curse takes immediate effect and continues to act until we change our attitudes. It's interesting, isn't it, how we can see at once that the Soul Shrinker is ugly, but Luminous Doom has a certain charm, a kind of weird attractiveness. We feel sorry for him. He looks so pitiful. And there is another side to him. I feel that Gloominous Doom is underrated as a helper. He can be there for you when no one else wants to know. The state of self-pity, when all seems terrible and the whole world is against you, is an important part of the process. We all get down sometimes. You could say that we even need it to compare with when we feel good. Gloominous Doom is ready and willing to help us explore just how awful it all feels, just how bad it is, and how hard done by we feel, and what has made us feel like that in the first place. It is very important to really get to know these feelings. Or how can you possibly let them go if you don't properly know them in the first place? Our feelings need to be fully acknowledged and understood, or we just tuck them away and hide them from sight until they appear again, maybe in a different guise. Gloominous Doom helps us properly explore our gloomy feelings of doom so that we can be done with them. It is a very important job. The ultimate test here, of course, is to take responsibility for ourselves and our attitudes and to choose a path that is life-affirming, not life-denying. The sorrier we feel for ourselves, the worse our life becomes. Listen, please. Let me repeat that. The sorrier we feel for ourselves, the worse our life becomes. It is not the other way around. Self-pity makes everything worse, and we have a choice, one we have every moment, as to whether we want to make our lives better or worse, and only we can choose that for ourselves. It is time to face the fact that our attitudes and beliefs about ourselves are our own. We may have learned them from others, but the others are not responsible for them in the here and now. We are. If we choose self-pity and pessimism, we make a choice that makes our lives worse. When this card appears in a reading, it indicates that this is a time when understanding that concept is especially important, a time when there is some sort of a crunch in the situation that offers someone the opportunity to notice and change such self-destructive habits. If it is yourself, you know what you need to do. If it is someone else, you may wish to consider how you might support them in this opportunity for change. Can you make sure to give positive feedback at every appropriate opportunity? Can you refrain from nagging, scolding, or complaining at them when they get it wrong? These things help. All right, my lovelies. Let's take a look at the bigger picture here. Card number 1. What is the challenge for this month? And we have Mickle a Muckle. You are way too serious. Try to look at life through the eyes of a child. Let go of the past and live in the now. Lighten up. Don't overthink things. Take a risk and just live your life. Next, we have card number 2. What positive energies can I embrace this month? And we have Tobera of the Waters. Heal yourself by healing the world around you. Be joyful. Your joy is infectious. Share it with everyone around you. Make a conscious decision to lift people up. This will help them heal as well. Also, Tobera wants you to stay hydrated and drink plenty of water. Card number 3. What negative energies do I need to negotiate this month? And we get Spirit Dancer. With the Spirit Dancer being in a negative aspect for you this month, it tells me that some of you may be lacking in the creative expression department. What is it that you enjoy doing? Painting, drawing, knitting, crocheting, whatever the case may be, get busy on your craft. Take pictures and post them online as you go. Really put yourself out there for the whole world to see. You will be amazed at all of the positive and encouraging responses you will get. This leads to more self-confidence, which we can all use more of. Card number 4. What do I need to make time for this month? And we get She of the Cruach. You are so amazing and powerful. Drink from the chalice and manifest all of your hopes and dreams into reality. Nurture yourself and those around you. Allow yourself to grow and blossom in all ways. Some of you may even find out that you are growing a little someone extra inside. Card number 5. What opportunity should I seize this month? And we get Gloominous Doom. Take the time to fully acknowledge your feelings. Learn from them. What is the root of those feelings? Change bad habits. I know it is extremely hard to keep our feelings under control at all times. And that is okay. We need to feel those feelings in order to know where they are coming from. However, you can control how you react to your feelings. Help to make your world a more pleasant one by planting seeds of joy everywhere you go. Smiles can be quite infectious as well. This month really seems to be focused on joy. Live joyfully. Spread joy to others. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart, down in my heart. I've got the joy down in my heart to stay. I hope that this reading has helped you and will help lead you and guide you throughout the month of August. If you do feel that it has helped you and that it will help someone else, please feel free to share this video. Sharing is caring. And if you would like a more in-depth and personal reading, you can go to my website at www.conjureknits.com and click on the link at the top of the page that says, Book a Reading. I hope you all have a very beautiful and amazing month. Love you bunches. Bye-bye.